Hey friends, this is Tyler here from Rehab to Fab Designs. Today I'm going to show you how to create a patina using Dixie Belle's patina paint and patina spray. I started by putting some wood appliques on a rather simple piece to give it a little design. This is what it looked like after I had started painting it. A little further in the painting process, and we're getting a little bit of patina that I'm creating with my chalk paint. The more we add, the better it gets. But I'm going to show you how to really bring out all those details in this applique by adding some patina. Stay tuned. Okay guys, we are here to put some of the finishing touches on this piece here. I'm going to bring out the details on this these wooden appliques that I applied. I'm using some Dixie Belle patina. This is the paint in copper, which is a nice rich metallic-y, shiny, shimmery copper. And I'm just applying it with a sponge, and I'm just kind of rubbing it on these high areas. And directions say to put this on in 2 coats. So you put it on, let it dry. It dries rather quickly. I've already done the side over there. And then come back over it with a 2nd coat. And once you've done that, you'll come back in with your patina spray, which is what causes the oxidation process. So it kind of makes the metal component in the copper paint oxidize and change colors. We'll do this first. Just again, kind of rubbing it on the high areas. If you want, you can put a little in the recesses. Just depends on kind of the look you're going for. Let that dry, and then we'll come back and do another coat and then spray it. Alright, so this is my 2nd coat. You want to apply your patina spray when it's still a little wet. So as soon as I dabbed it back over it, just I'm going to come in with my patina spray. This is a blue. They do have a green option as well. You can spray it directly on, but it does splatter a lot. So I'm kind of just spraying it on either the sponge. I have a sponge that I've been using, or a shop towel. And I'm just going to kind of wipe over it. You don't want to have too much excess on it, because it can cause your paint colors to change a little. However, I did this piece and I kind of sprayed it on and it splattered. But I actually like the way it looks with a little bit of the blue left behind in the crevices. And so this will just change our copper color into kind of like a blue patina. And like I say, you can spray it directly on, it just splatters. So if you're worried about that, depends on, I guess, the piece you're working on and whether or not you're worried about an overspray. But I kind of like the way it looks in the crevices. Actually thought about just getting some cobalt blue paint and watering it down and spraying it and letting it splatter, because it's really pretty with these colors on this finish. But that's it, pretty simple. Add a little patina to our piece, making it look even older and kind of grungier and true to the look we're going for, which is, you know, some old door or piece of furniture that's been outside and exposed to the elements and got some natural oxidation process from metals and rain and the chemistry that happens. And that's it. So I'm going to be doing the same thing over here in a 2nd coat. I have applied a little bit already just to kind of bring this out. And I'm going to come back over it with another coat. a little heavier. And I actually really like the color of this copper. Is gorgeous. It's pretty by itself. So it's a good idea to put this stuff where your like your wood appliques are, because you want to, like if you're wanting this to look like metal, right? So you're thinking this is like metal pieces that are added to your furniture. So that's why it makes a good addition to put it there. Just wait. I think the whole process can take 2 hours to, I believe, 6 hours to finish, but really you can see it changing color while you're doing it. So, and it's just one more way of adding just a little more depth to your piece, a little more dimension, a little more texture. That's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure and like the video. I'll post this to YouTube. Be sure and subscribe to our channel. That way we can keep bringing you videos. Thanks so much. Bye. So this is what we have after this has sat more than 24 hours. And all that kind of turquoisey green that you see is my patina in action. Very pretty. Here's the other side. A little bit lighter, not as much over here. And I think I want to add a little bit more down here so it drips. I just want to be sure I don't cover up my paint because I used my paint colors to create my patina as well. And I don't want to completely cover up those colors, so I may put a little bit here on the outside and down below. Here's one of the corners on this piece. As you can see, when I zoom in, you can see that kind of turquoisey blue-green color. That's the patina that I created by using the patina spray and paint, and it looks really good up here on the top. This is the opposite corner. It's a little bit lighter on this side, but keep in mind the paint is a different color below it too, so that does affect the way it looks overall. So as I said, I decided to come back and add a little bit more patina to this piece. You want to start by making sure you shake your paint very well. You can also use a spoon or a stir stick to give it a nice stir, but I shook mine for a good while and got it mixed up very well. I'm using a makeup applicator sponge here to apply my paint. I'm just dabbing it on where I think that the piece would naturally have patina if it were left out in the elements. So in my corners, along my edges, up under ledges. Also, I made sure to apply some of this on my hinges because those are metal and you would obviously have a natural patina there. So just like before, I came back and did a second coat over this same area. You want to make sure your first coat dries very well, and then after that, you're going to come back and do a second coat. But while that second coat is still wet, you're going to begin applying your patina spray. You can spray it directly on the piece and use a sponge or a shop towel or a paper towel to wipe back the drips if you don't like them. If you do, just let it drip. It's actually a very pretty color. Or you can spray it directly on a sponge or a towel and kind of dab it over the patina paint. Either one will work, as I use both during this method. Okay, so this is still drying and kind of finishing up the oxidation process, but you can see here where I've added more of my patina. It just looks old and rusty and crusty, which is kind of the look we were going for. A little bit more here. And then down here also, where I was wanting it to kind of drip. And just kind of overall there. I've added some to the corners down here and also on the feet, and it's still wet. I just sprayed it, so it's going to take a little while, but you'll see some of that rust you can see already coming through right here. This is my other side of my applique. You can see where I added it here and it's run, just kind of overall. And here at the door seams. And that's it, guys. Simple as that. Add your patina paint, one coat, let it dry, add a second coat. While it's still wet, spray it with your patina spray, and then just watch the magic happen. Appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for hanging out with us and watching this tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell for notifications.